What is going on, guys? Taylor Super with SharpSportsNetwork.com, bringing you some of my favorite plays for the 6-game Monday NBA slate. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, a good weekend. But it's back to the grind. And if you guys want to take advantage of our Black Friday / Cyber Monday deal, all you have to do is use code Black Friday when checking out on SharpSportsNetwork.com. Link is in the description. That includes the month passes. So if you guys want to give us a try, if you ever thought about giving us a try, now's the time to do so. 25% off everything in the store, including apparel. And we dropped our NFL season pass to just $25 for the rest of the season. That includes our optimizers, projections, cheat sheets, private Discord, private live stream before all the slates. Only $25, and that includes the showdowns that will be tonight for this Monday night game. And if you guys want to enter for a chance for a season pass, link or make sure to subscribe, comment, and like this video. And we will be selecting a winner for last week's giveaway on the stream today at 4 p.m. Central Time. Be sure to be there. And then I'll be doing the private live stream after. So yeah, let's just jump right into this. So yeah, if you guys know me and have been riding with me so far this season, you know that I've just been playing the Warriors pretty much any chance that I get. And now we get Draymond Green likely going to sit on this back-to-back against Atlanta. Atlanta started the season relatively slow, but over the last couple of weeks, they've been a top 10 team in terms of pace. They're regressing to what they were last year. And that makes a lot of sense. And Atlanta also the second worst team in the league in terms of defensive rating. And it shows in the Vegas total. The Warriors are implied for 108.25 points, which is plenty on the slate, especially when we get an 8-man rotation from Golden State. They're without D'Angelo Russell, Steph Curry, Damian Lee, Jacob Evans, and Draymond Green now. So it's only an 8-man rotation right now, and we know where the production is mostly going to come from. It's mostly going to come from Kai Bowman, Eric Paschall, and Alec Burks. I want to get a ton of those guys, and they're just priced down. In this current situation, especially against the Hawks, they should be in the mid to high 6Ks, but we're getting them at a severe discount on pretty much all of the sites. Alec Burks, Paschall, and Kai Bowman, respectively, only 6K, 5.6K, and 5.1K. I'm going to be starting my lineups with these guys. And even if the game blows out, it doesn't matter. They're running an 8-man rotation. These guys are playing till the end of the games. And when Draymond Green is out, especially, they're going to be playing mid to high 30s in minutes with constant fantasy production just because they're always out there on the court. Going to want to get a bunch of these Golden State Warriors today. And it's the same thing over here on FanDuel and FantasyDraft. Here, I'll just go over here and click on this. We get Alec Burks at 6.2K, Paschall at 5.9K, Kai Bowman at 5.8K. It really helps us fit in the guys that we want today, like Joel Embiid, like Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's the same thing over here. They're a bit pricier over here on FantasyDraft, the sponsor of this video. And if you guys want to play over here with no break at all, just sign up using code SharpSports. Really helps us out, and you get a rake-free experience. I know a bunch of our members have been playing over here constantly because the flexibility is unreal with what you can do with your rosters. But Alec Burks, 11.9K, Paschall, 11.3K, Kai Bowman, 10.5K. And even when we get down to guys like Marquise Chris and Willie Cauley-Stein, they're still very, very affordable. I would love to play more Willie Cauley-Stein, but he seems to be on somewhat of a minutes limit, only playing like 24 to 26 minutes a game. Averaging about a fantasy point per minute though, so he's a solid option as well. Just like I said again, I want to get a bunch of these Golden State Warriors, and I'm going to be going back to the well with them. And then we got a free square on the day. There is no Elfrid Payton, no Frank Ntilikina. Well, Frank Ntilikina is doubtful. We'll have to monitor that throughout the day, but I doubt he plays unless he gets a midday upgrade. But Dennis Smith Jr., only 3.2K, should get the start. We saw last game when Frank Ntilikina left that game early. Dennis Smith Jr. ended up playing the rest of the first half and then played a total of 38.5 minutes. And honestly, I could see the same thing. They don't really have very many backup point guards. I mean, they could play Dots in there. They could give RJ Barrett some run there. But I fully expect him to give Dennis Smith Jr. at least mid-30s in minutes. And at 3.2K over here, 3.6K on FanDuel, and I think he is minimum over here on FantasyDraft. Oh, whoops. I just want to get a ton of him. He's pretty much a free square. He's averaging about 3/4 of a fantasy point per minute. on the season when he's not playing next to Alfred Payton and Frank Ntilikina, which oddly enough he had been getting some run next to those guys, so I had to take them both out, and he was averaging about 0.74 fantasy points per minute. So I want to get a bunch of him, especially against the fastest team in the league in the Milwaukee Bucks. I know it's a tough defensive matchup, obviously, but playing that many minutes in a pace-up game, which leads to more plays, which leads to more opportunities for fantasy points, I'm going to want to have a bunch of him. Another thing that we're going to have to monitor throughout the day is this Aaron Baines injury. So we know that Cheick Diallo is going to miss this game. Aaron Baines was only supposed to play 20 minutes last game, roughly 20 minutes, played about 25. Played very, very well against a tough Dallas team, and now he gets the easiest matchup in the league for bigs against Charlotte, allowing the most offensive rebounds. Just a terrible rebounding team, and on top of that, they allowed the most points in the paint, the Charlotte Hornets. So I want to get a bunch of Aaron Baines if he is in. He retweaked his injury last game. Still played 25 minutes like I mentioned earlier. But if he is a go, I want to have a bunch of him at 5.4K because without Cheick Diallo, it's really just going to be him and Frank Kaminsky splitting those minutes. And if he misses... I know I had been burned by Frank Kaminsky quite a bit this year when Aaron Baines had been missing games. But with Cheick Diallo out, they really have no choice but to play Frank Kaminsky, especially against the bigs and Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. I doubt that they put Dario Saric out there against him and go super small. So I would expect a ton of run from Frank Kaminsky just because they don't really have Cheick Diallo to fall back on. So that's something we're going to have to monitor throughout the day. But it does look like Aaron Baines is probable and likely to play. And so at 5.4K, I do like him quite a bit. And another value at the center position that I like quite a bit is Robin Lopez. I mean, it's a good matchup against the New York Knicks. They rose his price from minimum to 4.4K. But I still think it's a fine play. We saw him play 24 minutes, and it looked like if the game didn't blow out, he would have played in between 30 and 32 minutes, which is something you love to see. And they're going to have to play a big guy like this against New York, who's constantly has Taj Gibson or Mitchell Robinson out there, two bigger guys. So I wouldn't expect the permanent production that you got out of Robin Lopez because on the season, he's about a 0.65 fantasy point per minute kind of player. But if he's going to get those 30 to 32 minutes in a good matchup against New York, I'm going to want to have some of him next to Aaron Baines. And then, yeah, if you guys want to play multiple centers and stuff, that's where I really come over and play fantasy draft. Whenever there's like today, I want to play Embiid, Baines, and Robin Lopez, but you can't do that on other sides. But over here, you have the opportunity to play 5 centers if you wanted. Just a lot more flexibility. You can't do that on FanDuel and DraftKings, so highly suggest playing over here. And if you guys sign up using code SharpSports, let me know on Twitter at Taylor Stuber. Link is in the description, and I will get you our personal cheat sheets for Fantasy Draft for completely free, just for signing up and depositing. Just show some proof of you guys doing that, and we'll get you guys set up. All right, guys, so I will be streaming later today. Hope to see you guys there on Twitch, twitch.tv/SharpSportsNet. We're going to be, the link is in the description. If you have any questions, ask me anything at Taylor Stuber on Twitter. Link is also in the description. But I hope you guys do well today. And until next time, peace.